Hey, I'm Stacy David, and if you're watching this, that means that you're not only a gearhead, but you also are interested in performance wheels and tires. That's a good thing, because that is what I'm about to talk to you about. Now, when you are talking about performance wheels and tires, there's one name that almost always seems to come out on top, and that is Mickey Thompson. Now, some of you know what I'm talking about, but some of you are like, Mickey Thompson? Who's that? I mean, what have they ever done? That's what we're about to show you. Mickey Thompson was a man that had his fingers in just about every aspect of motorsports. As a driver, as well as a mechanical innovator, he helped create the sport of drag racing. He was the first American to break the 400-mile-an-hour barrier at Bonneville in the Challenger 1. And he was a powerhouse and visionary in off-road racing, which included winning the Baja 1000. Now, to win all those races means that you have to have the right tires. And since nobody had them, Mickey created Mickey Thompson Performance Tires and began building those special tires for himself and others. And the rest is history. History that you can be part of. There's no doubt Mickey Thompson was famous in the drag racing world. However, his legend and footprint was even bigger in the off-road and truck world. And that legend and commitment continues to grow today because Mickey Thompson wheels and tires are built to handle the most extreme conditions. Whether you're cruising down the highway, running the Rubicon Trail, or flying through the desert. Mickey Thompson offers truck tires with higher load ratings, deeper tread, wider footprints, and all kinds of things that keep them out in front of the competition. Way out front. All right, the first tire we're going to take a look at is the Baja Radial ATZ Plus. Now, this is a great tire for a work truck, you know, something that's going to be on the ranch or a construction site, something you're going to use a lot. Now, it features a nice, smooth riding, 5-rib design, so it's great for a daily driver. But it's also aggressive enough to be able to handle some mild off-roading. And look at this. It's got a lot of siping here in the tread blocks, so you're going to get some really nice all-weather traction in the mud and the rain and wet situations. So, if you drive your truck a lot and you really need to use it, that's a good tire for you. Now, what if you need a little more aggressive tire than that? Well, simple. You move up to the Baja Radial ATZ. Now, I know it looks like the ATZ Plus, but there are a few significant differences here. The regular ATZ just has 4 tread ribs, and the lugs are a little further apart, a little deeper, so this gives you a more aggressive tire. But the ATZ is still tame enough to be able to drive every day on the highway. It's just a little more aggressive. Now, what if you're saying, still not enough? Man, I need something that'll handle some mud. I hear you. Let's check over here. This is called the Baja Radial MTZ. Now, obviously, M stands for mud terrain because this is a gnarly boy. This thing is made for mud, rocks, all kinds of extreme terrain. Take a look at this. You got big, deep lugs here for reaching out and grabbing things in extreme situations. You got big gaps between there, and then you got these little stone kickers that keeps rocks and mud from building up in the tire, so it allows the tire to clean itself really well. Then on the sidewall, you've got these huge side biters. So wherever this tire hits, it's going to get traction. But the big surprise is this is not just an off-road tire. It's got a special sidewall with 3 plies in it, and it's called power ply. This is how it works. You got 2 plies where the cords run in the same direction. Then you have a 3rd ply where the cords run at an angle to the other 2. Now what this does is firm up the sidewall. This gives you much more stability when you're cornering, also gives you much more traction when you're under acceleration. So basically you've got a mud tire that's been genetically engineered with a performance tire. Now, the question is, does it really work? Well, take a look at this. When is the last time you saw a mud tire do this? Now, just in case you're wondering about those cool polished aluminum wheels that those big old tires are wrapped around, well, those are the rugged Classic 2 rims from Mickey Thompson. And you can get them with or without the simulated beadlock ring, and in all kinds of sizes and widths and diameters to fit your application. So if you need wheels, they got you covered. Finally, we have the Mickey Thompson Baja Claw Radial. This is the most radical off-road tire that Mickey Thompson makes. This is all about extreme traction in mud, rocks, sand, whatever you're into. If you need to go through it or over it, this is the tire. Now, some of you might be looking at this thing going, man, it looks like a tractor tire, man. Well, you're actually not too far off. It's got the same 23-degree lug that a tractor tire has, so that gives you extreme traction. There are also huge lugs that go across the top, down the sides, so no matter what you hit anywhere with the tire, this thing is going to grip it and pull you forward. Now, for those of you that like to drive a tire like this on the road, some of us do, this thing's a radial. So it actually runs down the road a lot quieter than you would expect a tire like this to go. So if you need extreme traction and street drivability, you need to get some claws and quit messing around. And that gives you a quick look at some of the incredible products that Mickey Thompson has to offer. And there's more coming all the time. Man, things that Mickey himself never even thought of. And that is one of the cool things about owning a set of Mickeys. Not only are they great wheels and tires, but when you buy a set, that makes you part of the legend. And that's not only cool, man, that's an honor.
I'm Chris Weston, off-road racer and owner of Off-Road Rush, and I wouldn't race on anything else than my Mickey Thompson tyres. I trust my Mickey Thompsons at high speed. They can handle wet or dry without any trouble, and that means I can keep racing while the competitors stop to change tyres. Mickey Thompson? No wonder they call them legendary.